The Washington Wizards did not expect Deni Avdija to drop to them as the number 9 pick in the 2020 NBA draft. Most mock drafts had him getting drafted in the 4 to 6 range. Wizards executive Tommy Shepard has been keeping an eye on this kid since he was 16 years old and was very excited to see him become available to them as the number 9 pick. This is a terrific prospect for the Wizards. Basketball is in this kid's blood as his father, Zufer Avdija, was a member of the Yugoslavia national basketball team and played professional basketball in the Yugoslav Basketball League in the 80s and played for various Israeli clubs such as Hapoel Herzliya, now known as Bnei Herzliya, and Hapoel Tel Aviv. His mother, Sharon Artzi, from Kibbutz Bet Zera, is a former track and field athlete and basketball player. Maccabi Tel Aviv recruited him to join their youth ranks in 2013 where he excelled. Within just 2 years, Deni Avdija became the back-to-back champion and the youngest player to ever win the Israeli League's most valuable player. As a 19-year-old, Avdija enters the NBA with professional experience playing against grown men already under his belt, which is a big advantage over his fellow prospects in his draft class. In this video, we will do an in-depth breakdown of Avdija's chances of becoming a perennial all-star in the league, as well as what I believe is Avdija's floor and his ceiling in the NBA. But before we get into it, if you enjoyed this video, subscribe and hit the bell notification so I could keep getting new content out to you. Also, I'd really appreciate if you could hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. It would be a big help for my channel. And feel free to leave a comment on your thoughts on Avdija as an NBA prospect. I try and answer most people's comments the first week the video is up. Okay, so let's jump right in. Deni Avdija is by far the most versatile prospect in his draft class. He can do practically everything on the basketball court. Avdija is a 220-pound, 6'9" wing who has a flexible enough game to also play shooting guard as well as power forward. The kid has incredibly high basketball IQ, he's tough, and is super competitive. He is also by all accounts a high-character kid with a strong work ethic, which will be great for his development and for the locker room. Avdija is a very good ball handler for his position and is effective at changing speeds to make room for his passes. Deni excels as a point forward, getting his teammates involved either from the post or in the pick and roll. He doesn't make many mistakes and has the court awareness to consistently locate shooters and cutters. Avdija has elite court vision and can see angles few players his size can. He is a creative passer, is always keeping the ball moving, and pushes the ball on the break. He is also a very strong finisher, is solid from the post, can effectively score through contact, and can shoot off the dribble. Avdija isn't afraid to challenge rim protectors as he drives into the paint. Even though he doesn't possess elite athleticism and has a short wingspan relative to his height, Avdija is a great team defender who rotates incredibly well and always finds himself in the right position. His new teammates will appreciate that he is a reliable help defender. He will likely struggle defensively in the paint at first, but as his body continues to mature and as he adds more strength, Avdija should improve in that department. Deni also understands how to take analytics-friendly shots as he mostly sticks to shooting threes and layups, which is the trend the NBA is going in. But look, Avdija does have areas in his game he will need to improve. He isn't very quick and doesn't possess the elite burst that more athletic players have. Him continuing to master his ball handling skills to create space on offense and NBA conditioning programs will be a huge help in that department. By all accounts, the kid is a very hard worker and I'm optimistic he will maximize his talents. What I am the most worried about is his shooting. In my opinion, it is his biggest weakness that can get in the way of him becoming a great player. He can be a streaky shooter going hot or cold at any time. Avdija needs to become a more efficient player from the floor and in particular from downtown. He shot an alarmingly low 56% on free throws throughout his career, which indicates poor potential as a three-point shooter. But for what it's worth, he did shoot 72% from the line after the stoppage in his last 7 regular season games, which is a good sign that his work on his biggest weakness is starting to pay off. I do realistically think it will take him a little bit of time to develop an effective three-point shot. There have been other elite players who projected to be bad shooters in the league and managed to develop a reliable three-point shot, so it's totally possible that Avdija can do the same over time. This is in all honesty the only real glaring weakness to be worried about in my opinion. The kid has everything else. He's got professional experience, high basketball IQ, has a competitive fire, is a great passer, ball handler, can finish at the rim, can create for himself and his teammates, and projects to be a two-way player. If Avdija can develop a reliable jump shot, he will be a perennial all-star in this league and the steal of the draft. It's going to be very interesting to see how he develops. Worst case scenario, if Avdija doesn't develop that jump shot, he will still be a serviceable high-end role player in this league because of his versatility and all the other aspects to his game. I'd say he has the highest floor out of any prospect in his draft class. Overall, this is a great pick by the Wizards. And now they will have an entire nation of new and passionate fans from Israel rooting for them. Considering Israel is such a small country, they haven't been able to produce many NBA players. Avdija is by far the highest drafted Israeli player and just the second player from his country to be drafted in the first round. His Maccabi Tel Aviv teammate Omri Caspi was drafted by the Sacramento Kings with the 23rd pick back in 2009. Avdija has all the tools and potential to become the first NBA All-Star to come out of Israel, and I for sure will be rooting for the kid. What do you guys think? How do you see Avdija developing in the NBA? I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. I do respond to most people the first week the video is up. And again, if you enjoyed this video, remember to subscribe and hit the like button. Thanks so much for watching. Till the next one, guys, I'm out.